Beyond the sale, beyond the paperwork, what happens next? Over the years, I've helped so many clients navigate buying and selling, but I've also heard the same question time and time again. Now what? That's why I created Beyond the Closing, a podcast where I sit down with top industry professionals, from financial advisors to home improvement specialists, to bring you the insights and resources you need after you get the keys. Beyond the Closing is about community, connecting you with trusted local businesses and introducing you to the people within the community who make our neighborhoods feel like home. Because real estate isn't just about transactions, it's about people, places, and the connections that bring a community to life. Ready to go beyond the closing? Let's go.
Yeah. So what do you think sets you apart from other financial advisors?
One of the things I think really sets me apart is I'm a female.
Mm-hmm.
There are not a lot of females in this industry as financial advisors. So that's one thing.
It's interesting.
Yeah. It's typically male dominated. And the other thing is I listen. I don't do all the talking. I want to hear from my clients, and I want them to know that they're being heard.
Yeah.
And that I truly care about their success in meeting their goals. So that is sincere. It's not something that I'm putting on a fake act. You know, people can tell that.
Yeah, absolutely. Totally.
You know, I definitely
I think the same thing with me as well. I mean, I'm dealing with people either buying or selling, and it's one of the biggest assets that they have, or the biggest sale that they'll do. So I understand that, and it does.
It can bring out the worst or the best in people,
totally.
and probably the worst.
Totally.
Yep.
But it is. It's especially when someone like me is, or anybody, that they are nervous about what to do next, and sometimes embarrassed on where they are, and not thinking that they're further along than what they really are.
Right.
So someone like you who does sit and listen and takes the time to explain the best possibilities, it makes a huge difference.
And, you know, I find education too is the most important thing. So if I'm giving you the tools and I'm educating you on the process, you feel more comfortable just knowing the process. But if you have no idea about the process, you're going to have that fear of the unknown.
Yeah, for sure.
And you, I know in your industry, it's a little bit different than mine, where I will be with a client for lifetime.
Yeah. I mean, that's my goal.
Yeah.
And I do have clients, and I say that, lifetime friendships, and I have clients that I work with that I've worked with when I first started in my business. And this is my 18th year. So that's exciting when you have that passion, and you also have the compassion. That's the other thing. It's having compassion and empathy, and everyone has a different story. Everyone's there's always something. Just like you know, we both deal with a lot with, it could be any situation, divorce, someone's passed away. There's always something that, so many different scenarios that can happen, and to have women like us having that ability to guide them along is huge.
Educate them.
And so that's great. Yeah.
That's actually one of my areas of specialty or expertise, that I find that women who have gone through a transition, whether it be, you know, a divorce, losing a spouse, relocating, you know, it all brings uncertainty to their life, and everything is, you know, turned upside down perhaps.
And some don't even they don't know anything about the finances.
Correct. They've never done it.
Yeah.
And so they truly need somebody who's going to be there to put a new financial plan in for their life, to guide them, as well as to educate them on how to get through, you know, all these different financial things that they're going to need to do on their own.
Awesome.
And that's what I do, is I help them to learn how to, you know, do their investments, to do their budgeting, to do this, to do that. You know, some have never even written a check.
I know. That's
they never did the
great. That's
banking.
amazing.
And typically in a relationship, you find in a marriage, one person does it. It's not both. And they need, somebody who's truly going to be compassionate, who's going to help them, and be able to, do that in a kind way and support.
Yep. That's awesome.